in here a voice for autism. Look behind your own soul, the person that you'll see just might remind you of me. I laugh, I love, I hope, I try, I hurt, I need, I fear, I cry, and I know you do the same things too. So we're really not that different, me and you. When you have a baby, you just kind of take for granted that they're going to speak. When they don't, you start to wonder, did I do something wrong? Did I not do something enough or at all?
Will my child ever be able to communicate with me? Will I ever be able to understand what my baby needs? Will I ever hear the words, I love you?
Did you know that autism now affects 1 in 88 children?
And 1 in 54 boys?
More children will be diagnosed with autism this year than with AIDS,
Diabetes, and cancer combined. Autism is the fastest growing serious developmental disability in the U.S.
Autism receives less than 5% of the research funding of many less prevalent childhood diseases.
Boys are 4 times more likely than girls to have autism.
There is no medical detection or cure for autism.
Children with autism often have difficulty communicating
So they are misunderstood.
by their peers who just don't understand why they are different, by their teachers who lack the training to help, and by their parents who just desperately want what is best for their child. We were so excited when we gave birth to our first son, and our 2 girls were so proud to be big sisters. Soon, Daniel was growing and developing just like our other children had. Around the age of 2, we started noticing that Daniel wasn't picking up on new words. He was actually losing others. He had all the normal ones like dada, mama, and others, but not saying things like books, shoes, ball. My mom kept saying it wasn't a big deal. After all, my sister didn't speak until she was 3. And when she did, it was in full sentences.
When we inquired about Daniel's lack of speech, they said all sorts of things. When my wife wasn't around, they said she spoiled Daniel. When she was there, they said he was a catch-up kid, late bloomer, boys are slower than girls, blah, blah, blah. I was at a loss. I just kept reading to him. I bought flashcards. I was talking to him all the time, but I kicked it up a couple notches. Any chance I saw to interact with him, I was on top of it.
But still, Daniel didn't talk, wouldn't talk, couldn't talk. Every night as I tucked him into bed, I looked in my little boy's eyes and I wondered, what was he thinking? Was there something he needed from me that I wasn't providing? What was he feeling?
Mommy, don't you cry now. And Daddy, don't you weep. I want to whisper something before I go to sleep. When I stopped talking and began to slip away, I saw your worried faces as you knelt by me to pray.
I may not be able to tell you how much I love you so, or even show you how I feel and what I really know. But when you hold me, Mommy, at night when all is still, I feel the love you have for me, and I know that all is well.
And Daddy, will you take me to the park to run and play? I know you still love me, but the words I cannot say. I love you so very much, and I know you love me too. And if I could only speak my heart, you would feel my love for you.
I know that you are frightened and you shed so many tears. And if I could, I'd wipe them dry and take away your fears. So Mommy, don't you cry now. And Daddy, please don't weep. I want to say I love you both before I go to sleep.
Now, it isn't easy being a parent. And being the parent of a child with special needs is even more difficult. When I'm at the store with Daniel and he starts to scream or throw things, people give me dirty looks, like I just can't control my son. And he's just screaming because he wants a candy bar or something. They don't understand that something is bothering him. Maybe the lights are too bright or there's too many people. I don't know, but he's trying to tell me. And the dirty looks, they don't help.
people speak such unkind words that they don't see the pain. But I do. It's my child.
When people turn away because they don't understand, I do. It's my child.
So many tears, so many broken hearts they don't feel, but I do. It's my child.
A simple smile, just one kind word could ease the hurt. Oh, don't they see? I do. It's my child.
Please understand my fervent plea. Think before you speak. It could be
Your child.
Your child.
your child. Your child.
I am often asked to describe the experience of raising a child with a disability, to try and help people who have not shared that unique experience to understand, to imagine how it would feel.
It's like this. When you're going to have a baby, it's like planning a fabulous vacation trip to Italy. You buy a bunch of guidebooks and you make the wonderful plans. The Colosseum, Michelangelo David, the gondolas in Venice, and we learn some handy phrases in Italian. It's all very exciting.
After months of eager anticipation, the day finally arrives. You pack your bags and off you go. Several hours later, the plane lands. The stewardess comes in and says,
Welcome to Holland.
Holland? You say, what do you mean Holland? I signed up for Italy. I'm supposed to be in Italy. All my life I've dreamed of going to Italy. But there's been a change in the flight plan. They've landed in Holland and there you must stay. The important thing is they haven't taken you to a horrible, disgusting, filthy place full of pestilence, famine, and disease. It's just a different place. So you must go out and buy new guidebooks. And you must learn a whole new language. And you will meet a whole new group of people you would never have met.
It's just a different place. It's slower paced than Italy, less flashy than Italy, but after you've been there for a while, you catch your breath, you look around, and you begin to notice that Holland has windmills, and Holland has tulips. Holland even has Rembrandt. But everyone you know is busy coming and going from Italy, and they're all bragging about what a wonderful time they had there.
And for the rest of your life you will say, yes, that's where I was supposed to go. That's what I had planned. And the pain of that will never, ever, ever go away. Because the loss of that dream is a very, very significant loss. But if you spend your life mourning the fact that you didn't get to Italy, you may never be free to enjoy the very special, the very lovely things about Holland.
Being the parent of an autistic child is challenging, but what keeps me up at night are not the challenges that I face on a daily basis. It is the thoughts of what my child must face, to go through life being misunderstood, feel pain that he can't express, to feel anger and hurt and not be able to defend yourself to the person hurting you. But most of all, I wonder, what is going on in Daniel's head? What does he think about the world? And about me?
I am the child who cannot talk. You often pity me. I see it in your eyes. You wonder how much I am aware of. I see that as well. I am aware of much, whether you are happy or sad or fearful, patient or impatient, full of love and desire, or if you are just doing your duty by me. I marvel at your frustration, knowing mine to be far greater. For I cannot express myself or my needs as you do. I am the child who cannot talk.
I am the child who cannot talk. You cannot conceive my isolation, so complete it is at times. I do not gift you with clever conversation, cue remarks to be laughed over and repeated. I cannot give you answers to your everyday questions, responses over my well-being, sharing my needs, or comments about the world about me. I do not give you rewards as defined by the world's standards, great strides in development that you can credit yourself. I do not give you understanding as you know it. I am the child who cannot talk.
I am the child who cannot talk. But what I give you is so much more valuable than words. I give you instead opportunities. Opportunities to discover the depth of your character, not mine. The depth of your love, your commitment, your patience, your abilities. The opportunity to explore your spirit more deeply than you imagined possible. I dug you further than you would ever go on your own, working harder, seeking answers to your many questions with no answers. I am the child who cannot talk.
I am the child who cannot talk. I am your teacher. If you allow me, I will teach you what is really important in life. I will give you and teach you unconditional love. I'll gift you with my innocent trust, my dependency upon you. I teach you about how precious this life is and not taking things for granted. I teach you about forgetting your own needs and desires and dreams. I teach you giving. Most of all, I teach you hope and faith. I am the child who cannot talk.
I love my daughter with all of my heart.
I love you too.
But dealing with her autism is a daily struggle.
It's a daily struggle for me too.
Not being able to communicate in a way that she understands hurts me.
It hurts me too.
Watching people walk my daughter with diligence in their eyes.
Why are they looking at me?
Seeing other kids shy away from her,
I just want to play.
Talking and talking and talking with their teachers.
They don't understand me either.
Wondering if she realizes how different her life will be.
I do understand.
Have you ever wished you could hold and receive affection from your child? Have you ever wished your child would look at you the fifth, sixth, or seventh time you called his name?
Have you ever wished he would call you mama? Have you ever wished your 2-year-old would tell you no? Have you ever pointed to 8 different boxes of cereal to see which box he wants because he can't tell you? Have you ever wondered why the things he does say, he says over and over? Have you ever been blessed with a smile from ear to ear because you understood what he meant the first time he tried to tell you something?
Have you ever let him eat cereal all day long because that's pretty much all he'll eat?
Have you fixed pizza 10 or more times a week because he'll eat that too?
Have you ever had to get up from the table twice in one sitting to wash his precious hands because he won't eat until they're clean?
Have you ever let your child wear the same shirt for 3 days in a row? Happy at least he's wearing clothes today?
have you ever taken his shoes off and put them back on 6 or 7 times till they feel just right? Have you ever let him wear those shoes to bed night after night?
Have you ever wondered why he tiptoed all day long and could never sit still?
Have you ever let him wear a sock hat all day and to bed because the pressure makes him feel a little better and covering his ears muffles a fraction of the nighttime noise?
Have you ever wondered out of all the toys he plays with, he stares at the wheels of the car he rolls back and forth?
Have you ever wondered why he doesn't play? Have you been in the checkout line with a cart full of groceries when a major meltdown hits?
Have you ever watched people stare at you and your child like you both have the plague?
Have you then had to hold your head high and bite your lip for the sake of your child?
Have you ever had to convince your pediatrician that something's just not right?
Have you ever had to sit through hours of intense evaluations, scared of the unknown?
Have you ever received the diagnosis of autism for your child?
Chances are, many of you answered no to those questions and think they are crazy. Truth is, it is crazy, and it's real. I hold his hand until he falls asleep each night, sometimes hours on end. And I then thank God for the opportunity to wake up and do it all again. I'm blessed to be part of his journey and wouldn't change any of him for the world.
Autism is a complex brain disorder that inhibits a person's ability to communicate and develop social relationships and is often accompanied by behavioral challenges. Autism spectrum disorders are diagnosed in 1 in 150 children in the United States, affecting 4 times as many boys as girls. The prevalence of autism has increased tenfold in the last decade. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have called autism a national public health crisis, whose cause and cure remain unknown.
One more, have you ever, and then I'll let you go. Have you ever judged a child because you didn't know? For those who don't judge me, those teachers, friends, family, and strangers who look at me and see the beautiful creature that I am, see my joys and pain, my love and laughter, my quirks and uniqueness, and accept me because of, and not in spite of them, thank you. Thank you for all that you do for me. Thank you for the love, laughter, support, and understanding. And most of all, thank you for understanding that I can't always say, thank you.
Blessed are those who stop and listen to my chatter.
You may not understand me, but I love when people talk to me, for I long for companionship too.
Blessed are those who take my hand and walk with me when the path is rough, for I easily stumble and grow weary.
Thank you for letting me walk along when the path is clear, where I must learn to depend.
Blessed are those who take the time to tell me about special happenings, for unless you make special effort to inform me,
appreciate your patience.
Blessed are those who are not ashamed to be seen in public with me, for I did not choose to be born this way.
It could have been you as well.
Blessed are those who do not pity me, for I do not want pity.
All I want is understanding and respect for what I have learned.
Blessed are those who include me in their games, even though I may not understand the rules. I still like to be included in your activities.
Blessed are those who notice my accomplishments, small as they may seem to you.
I must work long and hard to learn many of the things you take for granted.
Look behind your own soul, the person that you'll see just might remind you of me. I laugh, I love, I hope, I try, I hurt,